Hello. All right, so we've been working on the holes on the outside a little bit, and you know, today again it's really hot. I'm finding out here we're about, I don't know, 45 minutes south of Jacksonville on the St. John River here at Green Cove Springs Marina, and it is just brutally hot from about 10:30 until 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night. It's just miserable. As you can see, I'm soaking wet. I don't even know what time it is right now. But so what I'm doing right now is I'm inside the boat, as you can tell. You can see the walls have been being stripped. I've been stripping the ceilings, taking some of the headliners down. I'm going to redo all the headliners and all the wood strips. I'm putting some of the thin insulation. I don't know if I'll have any here. It's kind of this double-sided aluminum, sided, I guess they call it bubble insulation or something. It actually does pretty good. I had it on a bayliner that had a ton of windows in it, and it substantially reduced the heat on the inside. So I've cut a couple patches of it, put it up in the hatches just to knock all the light out of the inside of the boat. On the other side of the boat, on the starboard side, I've already pulled all of the old Lexan windows. The way they were from Prout, from England, they were all a one piece, and as the hull flexed and you get different temperatures on the boat, with that flexing, it's like a 10mm piece of Lexan, a little over 3/8, and they would crack and they'll leak constantly. So a lot of guys go to individual windows, which is what I'm doing. So we're going to try and experiment. Hopefully this will work. It's an expensive experiment if it doesn't. I ordered custom windows from a plant up in North Carolina. Actually Piedmont, I think it's Piedmont Triad Glass, and I had a friend of mine that owned Triad Glass, and so they're cutting me some custom 1/4-inch tempered dark windows, so so they won't scratch, they won't haze if you put Windex or anything on them, and being tempered, they're about 10 times stronger than Lexan. So what I've got to do, you can see all of these old holes where I've already taken the bolts out. This is the original Lexan. You can see, you can't even see through it. It's so hazy. So what I'm doing, I'm cutting it out. Trying to cut the adhesive out. They've triple caulked these things over the years to try to stop leaks, and of course they still leak. So I've already popped off this one side just a little bit. You got the one piece that goes all the way to your little triangle on the front. So I'm going to show you how I'm working on the inside. I'm finding out it's a little easier using a little oscillating tool like this, which I got this one from Walmart for like $18. So I'm using a wood blade. It tends to cut through the all the old adhesive. Seems to cut through it a little quicker. Last night, it probably didn't take me an hour to get all the windows out, get everything cleaned up, and then I made a bunch of kind of cardboard templates. What I found was that you can get what they call display boards. I found them over at Walmart for like $4 a display board. I bought 3 of them. They're 36 inches tall. I think each panel is about 12 inches wide, which was perfect. So what I've done is, this is obviously the template for the front corner window, and then I've made 2 pieces of cardboard these are 12 by I think 34 to go over this. We'll tape it on the inside, and I'm actually using Gorilla Tape because last night I had taped up the windows with some cheap dollar store masking tape on the inside, and about halfway through the night, evidently they just kind of fell apart and fell off the walls, and I was dinner for thousands of mosquitoes. It seemed they all came in the boat and attacked me, and So I had to get up in the middle of the night and try to stick them back up. So I went and got Gorilla Tape this morning. And so they seem to be holding okay. We'll see how that works. So we're going to put these templates here. They're going to go, I've been putting the white side out. I don't know if it matters, but so they'll go over like this. They'll get taped up against the wall. And so that way I can start sanding on the outside. We'll fill all of these holes with white microfiller and you know, epoxy resin, and then we'll get that all sanded down. We'll get it primed. We'll start, you know, putting some Alexil paint on it, and then my friend Daryl Hunter is coming down toward the end of the month. My windows are supposed to be at the plant right now. They're being tempered at the heat plant. So they're supposed to be finished on the 25th. And so I'm trying to get ready so when Daryl comes down, we could adhesive them and get them put up on the windows and actually have windows again. So we ordered, I think it's called G2, which is a dark tempered glass, and if I need it any darker, I'll just tint it from the inside, and we'll use curtains, whatever, to, you know, knock down some of the heat. So let's get going. I'm probably gave you way too much information, but just showing you what we're doing. So I'm just going to show you real quick how I'm cutting out the adhesive, and this works really well for, at least for this boat. So let me show you here. Hang on. All right, so that's that section of window here. Now remember, it's one piece on the outside. So you can see that corner. I don't know if you can see it, but there we go. So here the old glass is popped out, at least this section. So it broke about right here. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and we'll, you know, get that all taken care of. And then we'll go ahead and put one of these pieces up, and I might have to run over here and get my tape. So this will go back up so we can sand. I'm going to tape the edges with Gorilla Tape, and I'm going to tape up all the holes because we want to fill them with microfill, and then get that all sanded down. And then I've got to make a decision on these walls. You got Sailing Lady Africa that is actually restoring a Dean Catamaran, which is similar to the Prout. They look like they got a little more room, or they're a lot shorter than I am. I'm not sure which. But it's a big shout out to those guys. They've done a great job. If you get a chance, take a look at their channel, Sailing Lady Africa. And so I'm doing kind of the same thing. I'm not going to gut my boat as much as theirs. I'm doing a couple little changes to change this to a family plan. So I'm going to get these up, tape everything off, fill it, sand it, prime it, get it some painted. We'll put the windows in, and we'll kind of go from there. So, hey, that's a real quick shout out for this morning. Hope that helps. But use the oscillating tool. It saves a ton of time. All right, talk to you guys later. Hey, this is Pilgrim's Journey. See you. Bye.